Welcome, everyone, to Ruston, Louisiana, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech, and the fans are in Joe IA Stadium, ready to have a good time. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and will be underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. Using his legs, it's Hines. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Harris will throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Now they'll try the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Harris back to pass. Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing strike.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
From the gun, the ground game. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Jaguars will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. First down here for the offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for a crease. It's Pierce. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Steps away. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going. Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physically.
Harris will throw. They'll run the screen. At the 45 on his way. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoring.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Now 2nd and goal.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Hines. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Touchdown, Jaguars! They grab the early lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7, Louisiana Tech, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Shoots it to the left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Free yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Getting some heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. He got it. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Number 13, set to kick this one away.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Harris back to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
How about this defense? Great job by the defense, forcing the turnover. You already got a lead. Now you get the ball right back to your offense right before the half. Big-time momentum swing.
He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
On second down, wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. And the Jaguars come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's quick.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This offense has a second down play. Harris will throw. Fires to the big fella. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Runs through the tackle.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They'll immediately call timeout. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Best. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Harris back to pass. Back open in the middle. Touchdown, South Alabama! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Jaguars will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Number 19, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They get to him as he throws. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field. And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Makes him talk to the hand. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Running back goes in motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful. They were making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Going deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Shotgun snap on third down. Pressure coming. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Jaguars will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Harris will throw. A little screen to the running back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Blasted as he lets it go. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Jaguars! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He wants to throw. He's got an open man. The expressway is wide open. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. South Alabama, 24. Louisiana Tech, 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Harris back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Snags it on the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Hines. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Wide out in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
At the 35-yard line. Make some noise. Get on your feet. Get loud, Bulldog fans. It's 3rd down.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, South Alabama. And the route is on. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Louisiana Tech, 3.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't...
Brings it down on the right side. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. shakes off the defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
First down for your Bulldogs.
To the ground. He's got it again.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. On 1st and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. After run, now throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Pierce. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point gets them a little closer at 31-10. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He'll start this drive firing. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Harris will throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Makes a man miss. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.